What's going on, sunshine? Let's go ahead and get into your message. Your clairs are heightened during this time. Now, you may end up finding yourself feeling bad for another person. I do feel as if with your clairs being heightened, you have the gift of sensing that something bad is about to happen, or someone is about to experience a major loss or grief. You could even be picking up on someone's old injury that they may have had, or some sickness that an individual may be dealing with. You have the gift of feeling someone's physical sensations. Now, I also feel as if for those of you that are really tapped into your ancestors, you may end up feeling your ancestors touch you. And I feel as if for those of you who you are used to this, it's like, yeah, I've been picking up on them being around a lot lately. They're wanting you to know that you have to make sacrifices, whether you want to or not. Okay. Don't make this situation harder on yourself than it has to be, which is why they're wanting you to sacrifice. This could be spending a lot of time on social media. This could be spending a lot of time talking on the phone to a family member or a friend. This could be spending a lot of time with a partner. The spirit is like, look, I need for you to focus right now. I got some things for you to do. So there's a lot of distractions you're needing to be aware of. Spirit says you need to put a stop to them. Okay. Spiritual guardian. This is your guardian angel. And your guardian angel, they are definitely making their presence known. For some of you guys, you start to notice, or you may notice a lot of cats, or you have a lot of pets that are coming up to you frequently. You may be seeing a lot of birds flying over you. Especially if you are near some bushes. You may see an animal come out of that bush. Spirit possession. Okay. This is a time of somebody fucking around and finding out. Now, your spiritual team is like, look, pull it together, because I would hate for you to have to fuck around and find out. Bottom of the deck, though, you're going to end up witnessing somebody done fuck around and found out that the spiritual realm is real. This individual may end up hearing some noises outside or hearing some noises in the bushes. Vindication. I also feel as if air magic could be being utilized. So again, this is going to be spirits or animals of the air. Someone is being attacked. Spirit is attacking somebody. However, it's going to show up in the physical as like this individual being chased by an animal. This individual flipping out, being scared. It's like something ends up catching this person off guard. They may end up having a behavioral outburst. Now, I do feel as if some of you guys, if you end up witnessing somebody have a behavioral outburst, you may have individuals asking you for guidance on how to deal with that situation. You could even be getting into behavioral health, or you were just good at being able to calm people down when they are upset. Passage. So Spirit is about to give you access to what's going on in somebody else's life. Spirit is whooping this individual's ass. And this is your spiritual guardian. They may also end up possessing a person. And you're going to get confirmation of this. Bottom of the deck, a distorted masculine. I'm also picking up on some of you guys have a heightened sensitivity to death. Especially when it comes to this distorted masculine. This man's heart. His heart chakra is definitely blocked. This is someone who goes around in life and they think shit is a game. This is also an individual, the little boy that cried wolf. This could also be a time where you guys are dealing with a lot of distorted masculine energy. This is someone who is very vocal about how they feel. Spirit is about to change this person's mind because they about to fuck around and find out. And the community is going to support it. So what I'm picking up on is there's a masculine energy who, this person is off the chain. Okay, their way of thinking, how they act, them being emotionally immature. They have a lot of people who support that behavior. However, that person is going to end up flipping out in a public place. This could even be in a church setting. It's like this person has been possessed. You know when they say, oh, that person didn't caught the Holy Ghost. Oh, they didn't caught a ghost, honey. We ain't going to say the Holy. Okay, it's a ghost, but it ain't the Holy Ghost. And I feel like someone is going to end up recording that. Like people are laughing, they think it's a joke, but it's really not. This could also be somebody who ends up flipping out under the influence of some type of drug or alcohol for some. And I do feel like that is going to lead that person to church. Like this individual could end up surviving a overdose. They find themselves gravitating to a community that is supportive. And some of y'all are just, you straight up know somebody who is in the church. Some dude, this person could go to church every Sunday. Hell, they could quote every scripture in the Bible or the Quran. But they're low vibrational masculine energy. They have a distorted sense of reality. And this is someone who often acts out of jealousy or heartbreak. Child, one of y'all exes is going to try to use the Bible, honey, to get you back. They may even say that they love you like Jesus loved the church, honey. And I also feel like somebody, partner, could even, especially if you go to church, okay? They giving their life to the Lord, or they going to end up getting up testifying, honey, and they going to end up crying. And you just sitting there, look at you, looking good. Dressed to the nines. If this is someone's funeral service, you end up sitting in the audience looking at a masculine energy, and the things that this person may be saying, you know for a fact it's not true, or this person is putting on a fucking show. And you're not the only one who sees it. The entire community sees it. But yeah, Spirit is about to give you access, honey. That somebody had fucked around and found out that the spiritual realm is real. This is usually individuals who may have a negative belief pertaining to spirituality or pertaining to spirits. Honey. This person may even come to you for a healing. And I do feel as if for some of you guys, you even trying to help an individual find themselves, heal, that has come to an end. You like, look, you're going to have to do the work just like I had to do the work. You're going to have to go within and find yourself just like I went within and found myself. You're going to have to heal thyself. Because I feel like how this person, they acted out. Somebody clowned, honey. This is the Joker that you're dealing with. And at times, this person, they have a hard time of even looking themselves in the mirror. Honey, the man in the mirror. Because when they look at themselves in the mirror, this could even be individuals doing mirror magic. But when someone looks at themselves in a mirror, all they see is they clown-ass reflection. They know that they are not the person that they portray to be to others. And if this is a man, he damn sure know he ain't the man that he portrayed to be. Look at this. Spirit is also going to show you what you are up against, what you are fighting. And this could even be you seeing the spirits that are on an individual. You know, like people who are not spiritually aware, they're not in tune with the fact that they lying ass got a spirit on them, which is why they lie. Okay? They thieving ass got a spirit on them, which is why they always stealing people's shit. Or somebody's hoeing ass got an entity on them, a succubus or incubus spirit, but they don't even realize it. You are able to see clearly the spirits that are on an individual, the spirits that they are possessed with. When it comes to alcoholism, you know, when it comes to greed, gluttony. Honey, somebody's eyes bigger than their stomach. Along the spiritual journey, especially when it comes to healing, your appetite changes real quick, honey. And it has to, in order for you to maintain this frequency that you have. But baby, Spirit about to show you some things, honey. And this could even be showing you things about the men in your life. Whether it's your relatives, friends, a partner, children. They're emotionally immature. So let's find out, honey. And a man who may have based his beliefs off of religious teachings, when he gets to the other side, oh, honey, he gonna have a tantrum. Oh, he gonna have a tantrum. Yes, he is. Look at this. Graveyard dirt. Look, divine masculine, date night. I'm telling y'all, some of y'all are able to pick up on an individual like passing, or you just don't have a good feeling about a situation. And I do feel as if there's a masculine energy who may be feeling as if the grave is calling him, like he's getting near, close to his death. Okay. Look, peep unattractive behaviors. Spirit is wanting you to peep some unattractive behaviors with a distorted masculine. You are in a position where you're going to be making some plans for the church. Okay. You see an individual for who they are. I do send my love, support, and condolences out to those of you who are having to make some plans, especially if they are funeral arrangements, because you have the graveyard out here. But check this out. Spirit is going to end up letting you know about the passing of someone, or like when that time is near. Look at this. You have the passage to somebody's date night. The night or the day that it happens. Now, this spiritual guardian is someone who has passed over. You may also end up noticing dead animals. That's going to be a confirmation. And this could be someone who may have DM'd you. Another confirmation, do not disturb. I do feel as if this person is getting dressed up. They going out on a date night. Or they just, you know, like they going out to have a good time. But Spirit is giving you clear visions of what ends up happening. And Divine Masculine, you about to fuck around and find out. You may be dealing with a spirit possession, like you don't feel yourself. You have an outer body experience. Side note, for those of you who are wanting to know about the process of transitioning, like if you had questions pertaining to that, I'm picking up that an individual spirit feels guided, or they have a sense of knowing when the time comes. Their spirit is possessed by something else, like it's an outer body experience when it happens. There's a masculine who is a practitioner, could even be like an E4 or something like that. This person could have been using some graveyard dirt, okay, working with the spirits. And the spirit is attached to them, or they allowed the spirit to possess their body. Clarify the message. Four of Cups. So an individual, they're not happy, not content with what they're being offered. Okay, so this is a spirit that doesn't feel celebrated. Especially an ancestor. One of y'all may need to go out and visit your ancestor, especially if it's a masculine. Go visit their grave site. Okay, I see a woman going to this person's grave. Sitting there, they over it. Somebody is also going to an individual's grave site and drinking. And Ace of Cups, working with somebody new. New emotions. I'm also picking up like the drinks are flowing. Two women are going to go and visit the same man's grave. M, L, or H. Even the name George is a confirmation. And this is just so out of the ordinary, but I hear gravy. And another confirmation to this message is if you see a statue of a woman, not a cherub, but it's going to be of a woman with her head bowed like she's praying. That's going to be a confirmation to this message that you have a spiritual guardian that's going to possess a masculine energy's body to get some work done. Some of y'all will end up connecting with the passed over loved one that has come back to help you. Especially when it comes to your love life, you could end up meeting this person while you are working new love. Now, to that scenario that I talked about in the beginning, you picking up on the passing of someone, like you don't have a good feeling about a situation. You're going to receive a confirmation of a dead animal. You're going to see it outside, okay? And when you do, you ain't going to like it. This could even be a friend. I don't feel as if there's a direct connection between you and this masculine energy. Friend, someone that you know. For some of y'all, this person was trying to holler at you and you wouldn't date them. Okay? When this person gets to the last couple of moments or seconds before it's time for them to transition, they're going to have an outer body experience. In fact, this person may even be at work or working on something when it happens. And then it's like they end up transitioning, and it's like going through this portal. But I don't feel as if this person ends up passing away doing some high vibrational shit. I'm going to just keep it 100. Okay. Some of y'all, you could even be making plans to go to the church. Not necessarily you making plans for somebody in a church. Now, this dude who about to fuck around and find out, and Spirit's going to give you access. This person is going to have some issues in their work sector. This person hasn't been happy for a long time since they lost someone close to them. Somebody who is their spiritual guardian. And like this masculine, he'll notice shit that's going on around him. Like he'll notice the animals that he may see, birds flying low, like, or when they see red birds or blue birds, like that shit gets his attention, but he doesn't necessarily know exactly what it means. He's dealing with some type of entity attachment. I see an individual not being happy, completely content. I am feeling like someone may constantly bring up the past, and that could bother an individual. Not being satisfied with the way things are. Together, two people make the 10 of Cups. Again, somebody has just been dissatisfied, just over life since they lost they 6 of Cups. I also feel as if someone is scared of like not being remembered or losing their memory. And one of y'all got an ancestor who could have had like dementia or memory loss when they passed over. That's going to be a confirmation that's your spiritual guardian. You're not happy, but you can't do nothing about the past. You can't go back and change that. Be happy anyway is what I hear. Okay, somebody then went back to, this could be hustling. Going back to an old job. Fool, bottom of the deck. So this is like a masculine getting caught up slipping. Being foolish in his choices. You know, being flashy. Okay, if one of y'all lost your divine masculine, like they passed away, they're working on things. They know it's fated for you and them. It's destined for y'all to be together. You may be out in public and you may end up seeing someone that reminds you of a masculine that has transitioned. That's going to be your confirmation that that person is working things out for you on the other side. So when you return is what I hear. Look at, ooh, child. You sitting pretty, Empress. Looking good. Date night. Look at this. King of Cups. Water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Somebody ends up making some, I heard, sloppy moves. I see this grand gesture from this King of Cups, though. This person expressing their love. So this lets me know that you guys are really going to have some strong emotions. You may end up missing someone that has transitioned. It's like old memories, things that you have felt like you have laid to rest. Not just people, but old emotions you felt like you laid to rest are going to stir back up. So that's the message. Have a wonderful night, Bo. Bye.